is back in effect. The pod is back in effect. Talk Your Ish is back. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for tapping in. And I missed you guys. I'm not gonna hold you. I missed you guys. There's a lot to talk about. There's a lot, but right off the bat, let me just say, in the pod's absence, a lot of the championships were won. A lot of the championships were lost in different sports, and believe you me, there was a lot I wish I could go back and talk about. But in the present, we are here, and I just want to say thank you for sticking with us. Everything's going to be up and running sooner than later. Actually, we are right around the corner to our 3-year anniversary. So what a perfect time to kind of get everything up and running and prepared for our 3-year anniversary, so to speak. So listen, I'm not going to hold you. Let me be very, very transparent. Today is the Super Bowl. Let me be super transparent. The Super Bowl is over. It's been over for about 30 minutes, and I am recording it on a late night Sunday, and I'm thinking to myself, the Chiefs did it again. They're a dynasty. This is them. This is their year. 49ers, listen, I'm not going to hold you. The game was good. And it was good because the game was focused on defense. I think majority of sports fanatics really didn't see this being a defensive game. I think we saw both teams had offensive calibers, and we were looking to see like a high scoring game. That shit did not happen at all. So defense played the whole fucking game. And for that, the 49ers pretty much had it, I want to say a good 90% of the Super Bowl. And sure enough, the game went into overtime. And sure enough, the Chiefs were able to get the touchdown for the victory. I always get confused by the overtime rule, but I guess it's not really new. It's been out for a couple years, but the new overtime rule is both teams get possessions. So the whole point is you get a touchdown. So if you're the team that gets it first, if you get a touchdown or a field goal, fine. But the other team has to come back and do better. So if that team scores a touchdown, so let's say you score a touchdown first, okay? The other team's got to match it. If that team can't match it, you win. If you're the team first that gets a field goal and the other team matches that or gets a touchdown, then they win. And in this case, that's what happened. During overtime, 49ers was able to get the field goal off. However, for the next possession for the Chiefs, they were able, like I said, to get in the end zone and get the touchdown. And the crowd was a little mixed. It wasn't cheers, but there was some boos in there. But you can't stop them. I was really impressed how Kelsey got shut down. There's a lot of talk heading into Super Bowl. Who was better, Gronk or Kelsey? I'm gonna tell you, Gronk is better. He is. Kelsey still has a ways to go, and listen, he's not done yet. He still got a lot to go within the NFL. When this time comes, then we could come back to the conversation and really compare apples and oranges. But right now, in my opinion, Gronk is just better. I believe Mahomes did get MVP. I actually stopped after the celebration. I was like, well, I'm not gonna watch it because we knew what was gonna happen. Celebration, and the cameras and fucking Taylor Swift. Like, how many times do we have to do this? Like, over and over and over. Just looking it up real quick, that way I could just go back on it. Yes, Patrick Mahomes did win his second career NFL award. So big ups to him, especially with the week that his family had. A lot of shenanigans. You know, his dad getting arrested for DUI. Apparently, yesterday or day before yesterday, there was some stuff on the internet about Mahomes' wife was at the club, I guess some type of celebration, and there's a video where his brother Jackson is trying to get into the VIP where his wife is, and security is like, "You can't get in, man." And you see the camera panning over to his wife, and she just did not give a fuck. She was just dancing. It's a weird family, man. But if there's any award Mahomes gets, it's the fact that he doesn't let his family's bullshit get in the way. So shout out to him, respect to him. Kansas City is on fire right now. Chiefs is on fire right now. They are the dynasty. They are there. So Super Bowl was cool. Like I said, it was mainly a high defensive game, back and forth, low scoring game. Ooh, crap. What was it? 19? I don't know, because 49ers got the touchdown. So I think the final score was like 19 to like 20 something. So yeah, good game there. Real quick, that halftime, how did you guys feel about that performance by Usher? Were you guys with it? Were you guys not? I'm okay with it. I mean, the only thing that kind of messed it up for me was he wasn't really able to sing the full songs. It's just like a couple bars and a switch, couple bars and a switch. Performance was all right. A lot of stage presence. What did it for me. I didn't really care about Alicia Keys. You know, Usher's nasty. Let me tell you, Usher is nasty. Hugging up on Alicia Keys like that. Like, get out of here, man. Like, he don't care. He don't care, man. But her really set the tone. Seeing Lil Jon and Ludacris, one of my favorite rappers of all time, he is top 5 in my list. Just that set the tone. Just everybody representing Atlanta right there. That was a feel good moment right there. And then just seeing them all older, it's like, yeah, what a time, man. So I have to say, if you're maybe older than 28, then that was a feel good moment for you. Like that was our show there. So halftime show was pretty cool. I liked it. Usher being a little nasty, all up on Alicia Keys. You know, somebody talking to Swiss Beats, like someone that had to talk Swiss Beats down off of a ledge or something. But anyways, so Super Bowl was pretty good. They were in Vegas, so football season's over. Now next up is baseball. So baseball is back in effect. But then we still have basketball. Basketball is already halfway through. Next couple weeks, All-Star weekend. So yeah, definitely be potting with you guys on that point. I want to get everything set up. I had an idea to do a live podcast for the competition, stuff like that. So I have some ideas. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that. Real quick, another thing I wanted to get by is the NFL awards, the most notable ones to me. One that I really liked because it was a feel-good story was the Comeback Player of the Year, which went to Joe Flacco. That was pretty cool. If you guys don't know, Joe Flacco, you know, being unsigned, literally coming off of the couch of his house to come back into the NFL and pretty much take the Browns as far as they could. That was a pretty good story there. Who knows if he'll stay? Don't know what the situation is. I would like to see him play a little bit more for the team. So congrats to him. Another one that's impressive, if I remember correct, is Rookie of the Year, C.J. Stroud. That dude is promising. Keep your eye out for CJ. That good quarterback, good quarterback. And then the last one I remember, obviously the league MVP goes to none other than Lamar Jackson. Just that dude is great. I really wanted for the Super Bowl, in my opinion, I wanted Baltimore versus Detroit, but it didn't happen. So let's jump into NBA real quick. So a couple of trades happened before the deadline, before the All-Star weekend. So I'm trying to think of the most memorable ones. So we had Steven Adams traded to the Rockets, and then Grizzlies would get Victor Oladipo and a couple of second-round picks. In my opinion, Steven Adams is a good. He's still a good player, a good defensive player. That situation that he had with Memphis was pretty good in my opinion. He was pretty solid with Ja, but now that Ja's out for the season, I think now it's just time to just disband everything and start from scratch and be ready for Ja when he comes back and see where he can fit and what pieces can we get to, bring Memphis back to a better place. So Steven Adams is going over to the Rockets. I think that's a fine look. Rockets is still a young team, and to have a vet like Steven Adams, that should be good. So we'll see. Victor Oladipo, he's been moving around the past couple years. I don't know if he's going to stay or if he'll do a buyout. I think it'd be best. I don't know. Memphis is kind of weird. I don't see it being an attraction, but for someone like Victor, maybe he can stay. Produce some numbers. Have the team. I don't want to say have the team being built around him, because he's not that type of star, but at least maintain the record that Memphis has currently right now. I'm like, Pat Bev goes to Milwaukee. Meanwhile, the Sixers get Cameron Payne, and they get a second round pick for 2027. Pat has just been on every damn team at this point. But what was interesting is he's teaming up with Damian Lillard. And they both got beef, supposedly, or whatever. So I find that interesting. Here's the thing. With as much offensive capabilities that Giannis has, he also has that defensive as well. So you have to look at it as Damian is the extension of the offensive side, and then Pat is the defensive extensive side. Because everyone knows Damian doesn't really play defense that well. Pat has some offense, but he's not really that good. He's known for getting in people's heads. He likes to put that pressure on you. So we'll see. I think the Pat trade was good. Another one I wanted to talk about was Kobe Bryant statues. Kobe's got 3 that were unveiled just a couple of days ago by his wife. The statues are beautiful. I think I only seen the one. It's the one where he's just kind of pointing up, or not pointing up, but let me see here. It's just the one where he puts up the number 1. So how it goes is Kobe will have three statues. One where he's wearing his jersey number 8. The other one where he's wearing jersey number 4. And then the other one, if I remember right, is supposed to be like Gigi's number, I think. So I'm looking at it now, and yes, it's the one where he's just putting up the 1. It looks great. And with that, we'll go ahead and sign off. Again, I just want to say thank you to everybody that's been supporting the brand. Thank you so much. We're coming up on 3 years this month. It's been one hell of a journey, and we're going to keep going. And listen, it's just getting started. There's a lot of things that need to be accomplished for this brand to reach more ears and eyes. So, with your guys' help, all I ask is you support the brand, spread the word, and let's continue moving forward. So, with that said, until next time, thank you so much.